would probably be a scroll anyway. I'll take the church here, then we'll go to the reef, see what's happening in the homestead and do the management. I want to loot this first. Shouldn't be too special. I don't recall, have I been there? Probably. I don't recall what's there. That's a portal. I'll take it, see where it goes. Ah,
that device looks like a portal. Where does it lead? What's that gleam?
That's a massive amount of upgrades in the homestead. Three now.
Ah, a peaceful wood. The caterwauling of cultists was making me
So
ill.
you can bypass the spider areas and go, and the goblin areas and go straight to Sacred Stone. That's why this exists. Healing potion mushrooms. There has to be a... Yeah, there has to be a waypoint here somewhere. This is technically a waypoint, but I don't think this is a waypoint that I can return to later. At the same time, it's easy to go through the Silver Glen, so I don't care. Let's see what's happened at the end of time. One change now, two more to go.
Ah, wonderful! You're both here once more. Can you guess what's? Take a look. Another chance.
That means we'll get another elemental added. Elemental shop added.
We were seduced, then. Tricked into neglect.
All we did was glance at one another. If that's
True enough.
And independent and egotistical, okay. So different options for different characters. I need forgiveness.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Independent isn't bad either though. And getting cursed isn't too big a deal, but still.
I need a moment to reflect. It seems I'm growing increasingly egotistical. Perhaps I could stand to tone down the pomp.
I think I could fly straight to the void. All the way up.
There's no I in source.
Oh, didn't realize you can do this. Not that it matters. Just didn't realize you can do it.
How much of a spark it takes to set a human to vapor.
What essences are we missing the most? Fire. Air is the weakest. The fire it is.
I salute you, my mom, and that is you.
Oh, let's say rather this, it's
Yes,
the
yes,
least
indeed.
useful for us in the long term. For what that's worth.
inside.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
It's so much food, so many threads dangling temptingly where any claw could reach it.
Look alive, Madam Weaver. Our friend Ahu here is...
I'll go outside to use the 2 extra bloodstones, see what we get.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Another one for the collection.
So, what is it? Zigzag's not meeting us.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
How might I serve our mission?
What's the word, Source Hunter?
Like, why isn't Zigzag doing anything? Well, we can find the portals on our own. Thing there, thing here, there. No new portals this time. With 3 extra stones? That's bullshit. Must be doing something wrong. I know I need to probably visit the Hall of Flames first before he opens up new ones, right? That makes
Good
sense.
gods, what an infernal
Feels like
heat!
we've landed inside the heart of the sun. Dearest God. Oh, but you. How full.
I do feel like a child,
Okay.
being kept in the dark about so many things.
You? Why, we were in but the raid. What do I know? Ha! Fire magic is me, and I am it. A far better question is what would you like to know?
I don't really want to know anything. But we did need to visit all these anyway, so... Might as well start visiting these. Dexterity and poison resistance. It's fine, I guess. Armor specialist +1. I don't want to go down in armor rating though. It is a fairly big deal. That's hard to compensate for through other means. We had other people to take the damage, but even summoned creatures can be disposed so goddamn easily. It doesn't make much sense to me to rely on that. I need to be able to guarantee my own defense and survival. Good armor. Immunity to fear, fire, yeah, it has all the wrong abilities, but armor itself is otherwise solid. Sarang of the Snake. Oh, it's this sucks. Another pair of gloves. Just the same thing that our current gloves already. Right.
Take care, my
So 2 more to go. There's probably a letter or something. Ancient time. Okay, what about the other 2? The thing is, I can't recall what the other 2 could possibly be. That's exciting. We might get something good.
I think I could fly straight to the void. Oh.
Please be the forge. Please be the forge.
I wonder who awaits the Guardians. I have been pondered now. Our foe. I think he's yes. That's a right. What we oh.
As much as it
Armory.
wants, we won't fall for its tricks.
That's access to the
We
3
shouldn't get
chests that
overconfident,
hold.
though. There is more to that
About
than
what?
meets the eye.
12 to 15 good
Aren't you
items.
going to leap?
I don't recall how many they hold. 4 to 5 decent items per container.
Impressive.
3
A
containers.
smithy and an armory.
Just what the doctor.
She told I could, but when you...
We must be getting on his nerves.
Excellent.
I'll never look at a fried egg in the same way ever again, though.
How many? I think we have 2 skulls, right? So we should this time we'll make a heavy push toward getting a 3rd unlock scroll. And I think I'm gonna load if we don't. I'll make a huge amount of witchcraft scrolls. So we'll get a lot of chances. I want the items. Technically we don't have to do it. I mean they're still gonna be just as good if we get it later. But if we're going to go for a serious push in our equipment, that's a very good way to do it. You don't get better than that. Well, maybe you do, but it's a very good chance to get basically items that are 5 level above mine. And even if I couldn't use a weapon like in a real combat sense, they could still have strong bonuses, and we can enchant them to get strong bonuses in them. So yeah, mythic chests. Still, this is only one of the 2. What's the other one? There's a chapel and a store and what else?
I wonder who awaits you. There you both are. My, if Astarte
This is
the goddess, but the
another
chapel
element
with the
will
guardians.
be available.
Tiny box. It's got all kinds of wonders stashed inside.
Trader, right. So we got the trader.
There's a seafaring atmosphere.
We may have been tricked into allowing to the exotic, to trading. We may be in for a treat.
No one in the...
Yeah, forgiveness. Thank you very much. We're immune to cursing again. Ah, right. Everything is proceeding smoothly.
Guardians, you have... Only Starstone can stay the maelstrom now.
Alas, that the damnable stuff is hidden better than a leprechaun's pot of gold.
Lightning Storm Scroll. Yeah, this seems to be standard loot at this point. He doesn't seem to mind me taking these, so I'll take them. Meteor grenade. Nice little find.
Welcome, welcome, step out. It was Master Day special. Zeppelin navigation crystal.
Meteor grenades. Yeah, there are 600 apiece if we buy them. Large telekinesis potion. Tenebrium equipment. We need some sort of a way to do tenebrium damage. I think a wand would be our best bet. Because when we need to do it, we just need to basically do a pure tenebrium damage a little bit. And I think there's like one point in the entire game that you have to do that in. So yeah, a wand would be the purest form. It's 5,000. Our first divine armor. Speed, wand, earth, water. Yeah, it has terrible abilities, so absolutely god awful. And definitely needs more strength and need armor specialist. Still, intelligence +1 tenebrium resistance. And a sarong, not bad. We can always add elemental resistances later. Intelligence, perception, and resistances. So intelligence and perception would be welcome. Resistance is not so much. Constitution, poison resistance, again useful. Immunity to burn. Not horrible things anymore. Poison resistance, tenebrium resistance, locking. If this had bodybuilding, I'd probably buy it. Fire resistance, tenebrium resistance, reflect any damage as earth damage. This might not be a bad one. Earth damage users are mostly, I think, trolls. Maybe odd opponent here and there. But this would have a tenebrium resistance and the reflection of any damage. Still, not overly impressed. I'll pay you cash money. Right. So where do we stand?
Good day, good.
I want to see if we can make another elemental available to us. Because they usually happen when you... No. Okay, it's fine.
You know what a great jokes. Oh, I could
Has
tell
to
a
be
joke or
crafting.
two. Free on a good day.
We need the unlock scroll, that's the key to everything. After that we can sort of start to worry about what exactly do we need to do and what we need to buy and what we need to upgrade and all that. But for now, we're going to ditch the current armor no matter what. It's a piece of shit, it's old, there's nothing good about it. We can do better. The crafting is something I can't really get around. I need to make more paper too, that's the biggest problem actually. So I need a barrel of water from someplace. The smithy might have it, I'm not sure. I might also leave this place.
I wonder how much of a spark it takes to zap a human to vapor.
Is there no water here? Why do I care? There's water sources close by somewhere. And I need to visit the other shops too, but it would be better to be able to get this done now.
Check. Have you seen?
I don't want shopping afterwards once we see what we get free, and we can worry about the rest. I'll make as much paper as I can. Do let's say 10-15 scrolls, witchcraft scrolls, and one of them has to be a unlock scroll or I'll load. I want to get this over with. If we get lucky, we won't have to do much equipment management after this for the rest of the game. We'll naturally go through shops as we level up to see if there's something interesting available. But there's no need besides armor class raising on some items. And even that might not be that important, depending on how things go. So, where do we stand? We have 7 of these, we can easily get around, let's say, 5 extra. Seems reasonable enough to me. Where are my pouches at? Right. Go with 15 pouches. No, let's say a dozen. That sounds a nice healthy number. Can allow for a large number of failures and it doesn't really matter to us one way or another. If we get lucky, we might get a lot of more unlocked scrolls than we really want. But, Who the hell cares about such things? Curious parchment. Well, isn't that curious? Kulda's orders, don't care. Mining office letter. Isn't the guy dead already? Still, I'll keep that for a while. Mendius's last words. Okay, that's enough. One unlock scroll. That's the goal. And there it is. Well, that was hard. Horror. Vampiric touch. Resurrect. Soul sap. Another good one. Oath of Desecration. Resurrection. Death Punch. Oath of Desecration. Armored Decapitator. Unlock. And Death Punch. Right. I'd like to say I'm somewhat displeased with that, but I'm very pleased with that. Because we could use an unlock scroll probably even be after this. But now that hardly matters. I'm pretty sure I don't really need to do much on the witchcraft one anymore. I probably prefer not to. Right, this is a big deal. Either we'll get a lot of cool things out of this, or we'll get jack shit. I won't accept jack shit unless... They don't have to be useful items, but they have to be things that we could potentially even use. So, rings, amulets, belts, boots, helmets, that sort of thing. I don't want too many bows or staves or two-handed weapons. This is definitely a save point. I think I'll do these one box at a time. That way, no, let's do all of them. Just see if we're not looking for. Not every test has to produce useful stuff. Just the overall result has to be somewhat acceptable. Not every item is going to be useful for us. Let's say 50%. I think that's more than reasonable. We can, after all, use majority of items. If they're crap items, I don't think those count. So let's say there's a healing mushroom. I'm not gonna count that in the calculation. Useful, potentially. Rubbish. So 1 in 5. I get 15 items. Let's say 7 have to be good. Now we have 1. 2. No. Let's say out of 12, so 6. That's more reasonable. 1 seems to be a trash item anyway. So we have 2, 3, 4. Didn't quite get there. I'm not sure at what point this creates the loot, so that's why I'm doing it. This, and I missed one. I feel like unlock scroll like that should not be that type of direct attack scroll. I mean, what's the point? Why not just have it that it can only target those? I suppose they're static objects, so the fact that I misclicked isn't exactly a but amazing thing too. It seems like a minor area of effect, so if it lands near the lock, it's good enough. I think I aimed behind the chest.
All it needs is a shadow's whisper.
1. 2. I think these are the same items, in fact, in different order maybe. Yeah, they're the exact same items. I think they were created, or are they? What? Did we have a divine belt? I don't recall, but they might be. The item types, at least, were very familiar, if not the quality itself. So this could be that there's no point loading, that they're always the same. Yeah, what the fuck are you targeting? Target the chest. Yeah, they're exactly the same. So it's more or less has decided what the chests are gonna be anyway. And it's the third chest that will hold the same thing we had on the third right. So the order doesn't matter. It has a divine belt in it, so yeah, no point fussing about that. I think there's a way to re-roll things, maybe leave and come back, things like that. But I'm going to leave with them. I don't want to start messing around that much. If it's convenient to get a new set of items, yeah, sure. But it's clearly not.
I need another chance!
A dance to the death, and my steps the daintier.
Right. So I need to find a shopkeeper who can identify things. And then we need to start buying things. Decide what we're gonna do. I'm going to push for resistances at 100, elemental resistances at 100% from this point on. I'm going to also push heavily for poison and tenebrium to go higher too. And physical defenses naturally. Simply that I can focus on my skulls and attack drops and things like that in a fight instead of having to heal. We should be able to be fairly comfortable for a while thanks to this new equipment. But who knows, my luck with the items hasn't exactly been exceptionally good.
How can I help you this time?
Right, so what did we get? The belt could have the best potential for us. The rest is pretty trash. But who knows? We just need a little bit of luck and we can get something amazing. Right. This is a leather. We can't use this, requires more dexterity. An initiative, movement, resistance, strength 1. Rubbish. One-handed axe. It's totally it does nothing for us. Rubbish. It's a bow. Two-handed weapon. It's a staff. Yeah. Rubbish. All rubbish. Any other rubbish items? That one requires too much dexterity, so it doesn't really matter what it does. It's a better armor piece really, but I still can't use it, so it doesn't matter. Same with this, just rubbish. It's a thieves item piece. This would be a better armor, but it's a immunity to blind, leadership, sneaking. What the fuck am I gonna do with those? At the same time, it's also around what? Also to 12 percentage points more damage resistance. So yeah, if I can't find a better armor, I'll definitely take this help. Massive increase in block chance, and otherwise it's a piece of crap. I wouldn't use this. It needs to be poison and tenebrium resistances. Air is no good. Bodybuilding, shield specialist, tenebrium, poison. This is the perfect belt. Perfect fucking belt. Shield specialist doesn't really matter, but bodybuilding, tenebrium, and poison were the three things we're looking for. And we can add elemental resistances to that. So this belt is the only fantastic find. Probably the belt we're gonna use for the rest of the game. Intelligence, tenebrium resistance, inflict frozen. Not a good one. The abilities are nice, but immunities are more valuable to me. I can always choose 2 immunities in an area thanks to the rings. This would be more damage. Tenebrium isn't used that much, but it's still good to have protection against it. Bartering, +3 initiative, good points. They're better boots, there's no ifs or buts about this, so we're definitely switching. So we got boots, we got belt, a ring, I'm gonna hold on to it at least, and that's it. And the helmet, unless I can get better. Shield is a piece of crap, and that's more or less it. Okay, what do you have? We don't really want tenebrium weapon no matter what. Tenebrium damage on us is like terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Don't want it. We more or less looked through these and I don't think there was anything too important. The amulet might have been good, but tenebrium resistance. But it's not amazing or anything, and the lore master initiative is actually fairly good. I do need a secondary amulet or something. I'll take a meteor grenade too. It can keep the shadow essence. I'll take whisper wood too. I don't recall what it does. Right.
Good day, good cat.
We might be able to improve some of those armor pieces. I'm holding out hope that I can get a better shield. The block rate is one of the key elements, but it's not really what we're looking for. All of the decent shields will have an acceptable block rate, so that's not something to focus on too heavily. We can get that up, no matter what we do. Allow us to get a lot of extra monies. Don't think we specifically need it now, but we're gonna need it sooner or later. Especially if we continue to buy scrolls at the rate we're buying. I need an amulet. Amulets are big weakness at the moment. There's just terrible choices available now. I'll probably craft branches too. Other armor pieces maybe? There aren't that many of them. I don't think I want to do. So it would be basically straightforward crafting. Might as well go to the armory again. That's all the crafting we need to do. We'll make any blank spell scrolls we'll find into spell scrolls, but I don't think we'll create more. We're sort of out of paper already. not sure what to do with the Tenebrium bars. I'll start to weigh quite a bit. I'm thinking of storing these into Homestead. I mean, we might have a use for them later, but I don't want to carry them around, so... Right, so we're shopping. See if we can get better gear. Might as well replace some of the current gear already, just so we have something to compare it to. Can't do it with the belt. Boots are vastly superior. Right. 52% physical damage reduction without replacing the armor yet, and having inferior gauntlets. We can probably push it to 60%, maybe even higher a little bit. And if we get lucky, we can get a good shield on top of that. I think we visited the Hall of Flame already. Visit that again. This will be... We might have to do 1 or 2 armor upgrades still later on, but for the most of the loot, I think we are more or less solid. And there isn't a huge demand for an immediate upgrade. This looks just more or less typical trash.
May the earth's vibrate.
Well, this will fund our scroll purchases. It's about 5,000 gold at this point if we get a good item. So 1 or 2 of those we can easily afford to. Unlikely to find them though, but item upgrades are not really a concern as far as costs are concerned. They just don't cost enough.
You've come.
Which is not something I'm complaining about.
It's about time, isn't it? Your quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness.
Yeah, this is mostly just rubbish. We have some items I can still trade. We're getting rid of these no matter what. I did take the expert marksman, though I could get a couple of novice abilities maybe. But they require you to have a bow in your hand, so they're not all that useful. There might be a couple that are like minor heals, things like that. We'll have to go to size seal to get such low level items. Yeah, I think we're more or less ready to go there. Right. Harbor. I expect some scrolls, and that's about it. There's enough level ups and visits to the shops that we can probably expect a decent amount of upgrades to a lot of these items. And that's excluding just the random loot you get from killing bosses and like. So equipment wise, I'm thinking we're gonna be okay. We need maybe like 1 extra item per level to replace the current ones, and we're gonna end up with a fantastic item set.
But if there's something you'd like to buy, I could
Okay, they're selling master level crap. 4 spells this time. This guy's always a pleasure to shop from. I'm sort of thinking, should I keep buying certain things anymore? Essences is one thing, but you never know how equipment upgrades happen. So you might end up needing quite a lot of them. Immunity to slow and some resistances. Also 20 points lesser armor, so...
Goodbye then, good friend!
I'm sort of a little bit worried about the fact that certain crafting components seem to appear at a certain little time frame and now they're disappeared again. Metal scraps for one. They're the key to updating my armor. Oh, look at that, 2 meteor strikes.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Okay, helmet, but not nearly as good as the one we got. The belt is nowhere near as good. Sarong. Strength, dexterity, yeah, this is a good sarong, but it has all the wrong things in it.
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most
Earth shield, fire resistance. Shitting me? I think every battle basically at this point should have a master level spell thrown at it during the fight.
Well, Source Hunter,
because there's a limited amount of fights in the game and we are getting constantly more master level spells than we're using between the leveling ups. So I think free fire is definitely a thing that we should start to practice at this point. Yeah, these are just so much weaker in armor class, it's not even worth entertaining the idea of taking them. Blank scroll, holy shit. Rare find. Hi. I'll meet with the Legion Commander, Captain. I want to sort of see if he has relatively stronger armors for sale.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
I'm not seeing a lot of high level items on these. I think they simply don't really have them.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh,
Meteor
joyous
grenade.
hour.
But they are getting more common. Immunity to being poisoned. Not a bad one. The fact that armors can get immunities to anything is something we should take seriously when considering what armor to use. Extra immunity is not something to shrug off so casually. Even something like poisoning, the fact that you get poisoned, if you could prevent that, it would drastically reduce the amount of damage your own poison attempts could cause you. Only the surface effect would be the only thing you have to worry about, and that's usually not that bad. Also, that could be countered. Holy shit.
So you're just hanging around again.
And we need to remember by 3 novice level marksmanship abilities. They're probably not going to be good, but they could
How
be minor
gratifying
heals,
to see you return.
cancelling status
You are
effects, things
quickly
like that.
becoming my favorite customer.
Nothing even remotely useful. Which is actually nice. We can move on quickly. I'm thinking of stealing that barrel of water. I don't want to carry it around with me, but I want to move it closer to somewhere we can just teleport directly. The Silver Glen portal is probably best. It's so easy access to a lot of shopkeepers, no matter what you want, all in a tight space.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison?
Holy shit.
Get to the point.
Sarong of Darkness. The current Sarong has pretty much initiative and poison resistance. This would have poison resistance and inebriate resistance. It's not a good Sarog. Has two totally wasted things, and it basically has a Tenebrium resistance, which would be of real interest to us. And Jerome, you are selling maps, aren't you?
Lovely to see you
Yeah, I forgot
again.
about you.
Haver of the
How much do you
beautifully
want from your
shaped
crap?
shoulders.
I'll pay it. Might as well get these added. These will be absolute
My
trash
map is
as
slowly fit. My
the
map
equipment
is
we can
slowly
fight
fit.
with
My map is slowly fit. My map is my map is slowly filling up with.
How lovely to see you again. Haver of the
That's
beautifully
another
shaped
thing we can
shoulders.
scratch off the list of things we need to do.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes. Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a
Ooh,
good
that's an
scrubbing.
earthquake. Ooh, there's
Fortunately for you, my
4 master level
homebrew
attack
tinctures
spells
will
again.
do the job.
Jesus Christ,
Or
we're
if
getting
you're
like
in the mood
10
for
to
something
12
a bit
every
more
time we come here.
electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give
That's,
your system just the shock it needs.
That's a substantial amount.
Cheese, tomatoes.
Nothing all that useful as far as scroll creation is concerned. At the same time, what exactly do I want from them? Attack spells through manual creation or crafting is a waste. We're getting vastly more than we can ever probably use anymore. So, thing is, certain type of scrolls are not really sold all that much. Most of them are elemental. So witchcraft might be really the best thing we can do.
Most promising.
But even those are appearing. They're mostly summons though. Some status effects, but the master levels haven't been appearing all that much. Horror, yes. Resurrection, but those don't really count. Complete the last shop. No, we haven't visited Silver Glen at all yet. Ah, shit.
The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than
Yeah,
sleuth.
status effect removal spells, I'll take those. Don't even need to see what they have. Rest of it seems like crap. Silvery Glen. We'll leave the water barrel here. Easy place to reach if we need it. This probably has the likeliest place too if we
Toasty.
to get some kind of equipment upgrade for us. Where's my water barrel? I'm sort of thinking of leaving the oil barrel behind too. I mean, we're not using that many firestorms grenades, and if we can easily just teleport here and get a new set. Right. If we don't find new equipment pieces, we'll just add the elemental resistances to the current ones.
Hello again, or do a salutoin, as we say in our homeland.
Yeah, we're definitely getting enough that even if we get a new set almost immediately, I'll still have enough elemental resistances just to keep adding to those. I'm getting poorer though. At the same time, I'm not really worried. I've gotten almost everything I need.
Since we avenge him, I will, how you say,
rubbish. Tenebrim resistance is again good on that item, but nothing
soon we
else.
will return to homeland and throw great party in Ben's honor and yours. Oh, take whatever you.
You to drop by, my liege. As always, be welcome.
Yeah, do you have anything useful to sell? Constitution, not bad, not amazing either. Immunity to being crippled, but this has 10 less armor and terrible other abilities. Right, last of the shopkeepers. Doesn't look like we're gonna get any equipment upgrades really. Which is fine. The chest provided as much of an upgrade as we can reasonably expect. And even if I would have gotten like level 20 metal armor, I probably wouldn't have the skills to actually wear it.
Gave us fire,
So,
her greatness gave us earth, and my
I already
Where the
visited these
wind
guys. They
blows,
sort
the
of look like
goddess
I've dumped the
breathes.
equipment here recently.
Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps.
Yeah,
How
that's
can
a
I
very strong
connect you
possibility.
to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Easy to see from the crafting merchants, and I didn't buy the goddamn skill books, did I?
Ever shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder with your skill book as empty as all that.
First aid. Cures bleeding, crippled, disease, heals target for 10%, 3 action points. I'll take it. And that might be the only thing we will ever take this. I mean, I just wanted the goddamn talent out of it, nothing else. But a free status effect removal isn't exactly gonna be harmful to us.
You dare disturb my rumination?
Definitely haven't
It
bought
must be that you
these.
can hardly
I haven't
wait to
visited
purchase
here
an
yet.
ingredient
Metal
or
scraps,
two for a
that's
very
useful.
urgent recipe. I'll forgive this imposition if you'll make me a generous offer.
Ah, thank. Oh. You
Oh look,
haven't
2
any
hail
ale, have
attacks.
ya?
Earthquake.
Well, never mind for now. What sort of magical relics can I offer ya? Blessed by the goddess they are, each and all.
Nothing all that too interesting, but still okay stuff. Some things we can use to get some of our money back. But yeah, absolutely massive amount of attack scrolls in. How many really? The best master's attacks, there's 16, 21, there's close to 30 now, and that's excluding a lot of types of master attacks. Yeah, I'm not sure if the game even has like 30 left, 30 larger fight in the rest of the goddamn game. We can spend easily an hour in our 2 or 3 fights. 30 is that's a ridiculous amount. Right, what crafting do we need to do? We'll use the scrolls we picked up, that's about it. Doesn't really matter what we get or don't get out of these. This is a nice one. Bit of change. Here's fetch fight slowed stun. Nothing too amazing, but also something we don't have in large quantity. Firefly, sort of rubbish. What else is new? Bless. Summon Wolf. Nothing amazing, nothing terrible really. Another Ice Wall. Death Punch number 8. Right. Right, what do we need? We absolutely need the armor. That's the one thing we really wanted to create anyway. This is a piece of crap. It was always a piece of crap, but it just happened to be the best thing we had available at the time. Now that was a few levels ago, so it's a all-around piece of crap. Yeah, that's a piece of crap too though. So is that. I could use an actual armor, please. Final attempt. Do we have to load? No. 108. Not amazing. It's better than what we got. I need a cup of oil. It's another way to do it, but this allows me to teleport directly to the solution, so I'll prefer this. Right, 0.8 movement boats. I am going to make a few extra grenades for us. We still use the firestorm grenades fairly regularly. And they're not that powerful, so when you start using them, you use a lot of them. Right. I'm going to send every extra piece of crap that doesn't look like we can use it to Homestead. Ingredient wise, rotten eggs can be used in grenades. But things like claws, why would I hold on to those? Ink pot and quill, no use for this. Hair, no use. Crab claws, yeah. Things that I've accidentally picked up here and there. Won't amount to much, but it'll be up a little bit of carry weight. Not sure about the dice. They do have a weight attached to them, so inert wands. We can make those into active wands by attaching them to our elemental essence, but do I even want these? Yeah, because they have a decent amount of value attached to them, I can sell them. Right. Upgrading the armor. Usually you could add a little bit of armor rating to these, but I don't think I can do that. I manually made it myself. What I can do is... Should I add sneak into it? It's not exactly a super powerful armor, is it? Still, the strength requirement is reasonable, you can afford it. It is definitely not good. Right. That's still just one piece. And it's still in every way better than what we currently have, so yep, great. We need more strength. I'm getting 2 from gear, but without that I'll basically be unable to wear anything. So another strength gear of some sort wouldn't exactly be a terrible thing to us. We need to... We need to upgrade these as much as possible. Just make this a non-sleeping version. %58 physical damage reduction versus enemies of your own level. I think I can add resistances to a helmet. I can certainly do it with a belt, can't I? Don't I have a golden belt somewhere? Inebrium, poison, shield, bodybuilding. Can I add things? Yes. This will be the belt we're gonna use. It's because it's a high level belt, the resistance, amount of resistance added is also high. How about sneaking? There's really no downside to adding it. Right. 21% resistances. 21 Tenebrium, 23 Poison, Shield Specialist, Sneaking, Body Building. What else? I suppose the helmet. It's not good, but don't I have better gloves? Gauntlets. Yeah, they're not good, but you could add something to them. I'm not sure if I want to. Now add things to a helmet. The things we would be looking to add would be water resistance, I guess. Everything else will go to 100 anyway. Yep, 21% extra from that. I think that's it for us. Might have to switch some equipment around a little bit. It's when it's over 90, I don't really care anymore. What are we getting from these? Yeah, we have 64% physical damage reduction versus enemies of my own level, and 100% fire resistance, 85 water, 94 earth, 90 air, Tenebrium 21, poison 39, and that's from a single poison Tenebrium combination item. We're hoping to get at least 2 more, maybe even 3. So that can easily go to, if they're high level items, it's about 17 to 21% per item. So it won't reach 100%, but it'll get so close to it that I can basically ignore it for the most part. So yeah. Big problems is strength. We need strength, otherwise we have to basically stop equipment upgrading at this point, which is not an option. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to naturally push it higher, so I'm not sure where to invest my points. Alternatively, we could go with another weapon, because resistances are fairly easily kept high anyway. I don't know, we'll have to take something. If we keep the shield, the resistances are easier to keep higher. I think that's the more important part, because all the super opponents have, they always rarely attack you physically. They use some kind of special abilities. That's what the bosses do. It's the little shits that they summon that use melee damage, and they're much easier to tank or control otherwise. I think our goal should still be 100% resistance all around, even though we can't necessarily reach it, but try to push for it. And attribute wise, I need to think of something. I need a higher intelligence and higher strength, and I think I need them more than I need more extra points to speed, maybe even constitution. So how we're gonna get there is a different matter, and I'm not doing any management here. Yeah. Either we go kill spiders or we go for the sacred stone. I'm not sure which.
Into the fray once more.
Or treasure hunting. But I don't know.